The number of people injured in Tuesday's crash has climbed from 10 to 11, with confirmation of another woman who'd been on the MTA bus. She is at shock trauma. Just moments ago, the MVA notified us that it wasn't just this year that school bus driver Glenn Chappell was late or did not submit to MVA his medical certification, his required medical certification, but in 2015, they had to send 2 warning letters too, and then he finally did submit it late. As for his medical history, what we've learned now only raises more questions about how much of that history was known. Since Tuesday's crash, federal investigators have combed through the mangled wreckage of the 2 buses involved and have eliminated one possible cause of the crash: mechanical trouble.
We have completed the mechanical inspections of both buses involved in the crash, and no mechanical defects or deficiencies were noted.
Earlier, using 3D technology, investigators closed Frederick Avenue to take measurements of the crash scene. They will be used with videos like this. They show the school bus just before the crash Tuesday morning, appearing to travel at a speed significantly higher than the posted limit. There are 4 such videos, but none of the crash itself, when the school bus slammed into the MTA bus, tearing it apart. 6 people died. The NTSB says it is the first crash involving a transit bus it's investigated since 1997. It is paying close attention to how badly the MTA bus was damaged.
We'll be looking into crashworthiness aspects of transit buses in general as we determine if there's any additional safety recommendations that might need to be made out of this investigation.
Key to the investigation, the actions of school bus driver Glenn Chappell, also killed in the crash. New tonight, according to sources, investigators are aware of a previous incident in which Chappell may have had a seizure while driving a bus with school children on board, forcing an aide to take control. Chappell's medical history is a key part of the investigation. The MVA said Chappell was not authorized to drive a commercial vehicle because he'd failed to submit required medical certification. A lawyer for his employer said the proper certification was on file at the company. Police today indicated they have that paperwork.
Much of that is in conflict. Right now, the NTSB and the Baltimore Police Department has been collecting documents, and nothing has been proven nor disproven at this time.
In fact, the city school system is providing a look at that medical paperwork right now. But again, the MVA says the issue is it was not on record with the state agency. Meantime, the Associated Press is reporting tonight that according to an accident report in Howard County, it shows that Chappell may have lost consciousness while driving a car in 2014 and ran off the road. The AP also reports his wife told them he's been on anti-seizure medication. Reporting live tonight from Southwest Baltimore, I'm Jane Miller, WBAL TV 11 News.